guys, Ken here, your thrifty apprentice, and happy Sunday, everybody. Today we are doing one, two, three, and four mini watercolor landscapes. We are going to be further testing the ShinHan Professional Watercolor Set, and I decided that I would break my 9 by 12. I do believe that's what this is. Yes, 9 by 12. This is Strathmore 400 series watercolor block. It is 140-pound cold pressed acid free, and it is one of the better grade economical student grade papers on the market, in my opinion. Right next to their 100% cotton 500 series. With that being said, we're going to jump into using the paints on this paper in order to do these really simple, straightforward landscape silhouetted night scenes that anybody can paint. Grab whatever supplies you have, you can paint along, and hopefully you'll have fun while you're doing so. So let's jump into it.
All right, jumping right in with the very first painting, we're going to be using blues, cerulean, cobalt, and ultramarine. A little bit of burnt umber mixed into that ultramarine to do the dark shade across the top of the sky. Then I'm just going to bring that on down and allow that to dry. Moving on to the second one here, we are going to be using red and purple, but more of a magenta or opera and purple. And going to blend those in really well together with ultramarine at the top. And the third square, I'm going to be using sap green, olive green, and ultramarine blue at the top in order to get that one shaded and painted in. And in the fourth background, I'm going to use this yellow ochre in the middle. We threw the magenta or the color along with ultramarine at the opposite end of both of them in order to get a sky and a reflection for where the water would be. Now, for the stars, you can use whatever you want. I use bleed-proof white. Of course, you can use gouache or acrylic, whatever white medium or white gel pen you may have. Get those stars in the background of all four of those compositions. And now I'm going to actually start painting in. The first one here, we're going to do a utility pole. Pretty easy, straightforward. Going to be using a dark shade mixed from the colors that I've used in the backgrounds, which here, this dark shade was mixed from ultramarine blue, a little sap green, and some of the magenta reddish color that I was using. I'm trying to think of what the name of that one is. But I painted in a utility pole, threw on some utility lines, and then painted in a tree line at the bottom. Pretty simple. And the blue composition square, we're going to just paint in some little hill areas and throw in trees. Now, the mixture here is going to be cerulean blue, cobalt blue, ultramarine blue, and burnt umber in order to make the dark shade used to do the blue square. Now I'm going to jump in and do a little simple horizon with sky and water here for this third one. Painted a little mountain, throw in some more rocks and shadows. That one was actually pretty easy. And in that one, it was the violet, ultramarine blue, cobalt blue, and burnt umber used to make the dark. For that one, more heavy leaning on the violet end. I went back and finished up that top square by adding in a second hill with trees at the bottom of it, a little bush at the top. Then for the fourth one, I jumped in, and we are just going to make some really tall trees for this one. And I used a ruler and a pencil to make my line straight. And this particular dark for this one is made from the same colors as the little water scene we did right next to it. So because those colors were predominantly the same in the background, it made it really easy to use the same dark. I threw in some trees at the bottom of that tree line, or tree line at the bottom of those tall trees. Now I'm going back in with some bleed proof and the utility pole and the one that has the water in it. I'm just going to do some highlighting adding in moons and moonlight casting onto like the utility poles and the utility lines. And in the one on the bottom, it's sort of a sunrise sunset situation. So I'm going to throw that sun moon behind the mountain range there, and then reflections in the water. That's pretty much going to wrap up how I painted all of that. We're going to remove the tape so that you can see the white border for all of the 4 squares that were done. And remember, I think, or I may have said, not sure, but I am going to be turning these into journaling cards. Although this seemed like, a pretty straightforward, easy, simple watercolor painting, which it is. And hopefully, if you're not going to be turning yours into journaling cards, you can just paint any one of the 4 of these much bigger and frame it. Beautiful piece of work it would be. I'm going to remove the tape. And after the video is stopped, I'm actually going to cut the 4 sections down, seal them so that, nothing will happen to the watercolor on the top. And then I'm going to bag them and turn them into journaling cards for art journals and junk journals. But you don't have to go that far, or you can, depends on what you want to do. My suggestion is, if you're not going to do that, just be sure to, just paint either one of the 4 compositions on whatever size paper that you would like. Take your time, have fun. As you can see, this was really, really easy. It was nothing stressful at all. I just kind of pulled some ideas for some landscapes off the top of my head. I didn't use any type of reference photos or images or anything of that nature. Now I am taking my time on removing the tape. Now, I think I told you guys that this is Strathmore 400 series paper. It's actually pretty robust for a student grade paper, and I don't normally have issues with it tearing, but I really did want to be careful because I didn't want to tear this paper or any of those 4 images I had just finished painting. So pull that tape at an angle, really sharp. It normally helps lessen the chances of it tearing. Or you can use a heat tool, hair dryer, something of that nature to heat that tape and loosen that adhesive so that you'll be able to go ahead and put it off without any issues. That pretty much wraps up all of that, the way it was done. I really like the way these turned out. I don't see any issues with them being too hard for someone. I mean, jump in the comment section and let me know, and I'll see you on the other side.
All right, my friends, there you have it. 4 very easy, straightforward, simple watercolor landscapes that hopefully you were able to paint along and do. And now you have some really successful artwork in front of you that you like. If not, don't stop. Keep trying. Keep going until you get it. Practice makes perfect, I promise. I practice almost all the time. So guys, just keep going, and I promise you, you'll start to see some success there. Hopefully you picked up on some tips, some tricks, some techniques that you like. Please don't forget to give the video a thumbs up, guys. It helps the channel, and let me know that you actually like the content that I'm putting out and you like the things that are going on by giving the video a thumbs up. Please go ahead and subscribe if you're new to the channel. Hit the notification bell, both new and old subscribers, please. That'll let you know when the new content is coming out. Hopefully you're enjoying it and you're giving it thumbs up because you are enjoying it. Hit us up on the social media sites. Paints, Pencils, Pastels, and Markers is the Facebook group where we do all things artsy and crafty. You'll find that link along with the Etsy shop and the most recommended product list in the video description. With all of this, guys, thank you so much for joining me here. And remember, as I tell you at the end of every single video, just keep painting and crafting.